Well, we're here at a very grey and rainy Snetterton, another weekend in the cold and wet for the British GT this year. I've got to start by saying a big jump compared to last season. Last time we spoke on camera, you're driving a JCW Mini Challenge car. You're now in an Aston Martin GT4 car. What's that transition been like for you? Because we speak about transitions in motorsport a lot, but that's a pretty big change, isn't it?
Yeah, like you say, it's a really big change. I mean, before the Minis we were doing Ginettas, so in a sense we were always heading down the GT route, and to go front wheel drive, if anything, felt a little bit more unnatural, so it almost feels like going back to what we know. So yeah, loving the change. Like you mentioned, it's a big step up, but kind of got a really good team around me to help with that. So
yeah, for sure, it's been a great challenge to see. I think the most challenging bit so far this year has just been staying dry. Every weekend pretty much it's been wet. How much of a challenge has that been for you when you're sort of learning these cars, and that's another important factor to bear in mind, isn't it?
yes, to be honest, you want it to stay one condition all weekend. The fact that every session you go out, it's either dry, wet, it's always changing, hasn't made my life the easiest, but the car seems to really suit the wet conditions. So actually in the earlier rounds, it was only a positive for us.
We speak a lot about all the differences between all these GT3 and GT4 cars. What's the Aston Martin been like?
Yeah, it's a new car to the team, it's a new car for this year. So yeah, I guess compared to the last car, it's a kind of evolution. Really good through the corners. Yeah, it's really good through the corners, but also it's got the power to kind of pull it out. So it's a lot heavier than some of the other GT4 cars, but once you get your head around the weight and how to manage that the best, it's a pleasure to drive.
What are the expectations for this weekend here at Snetterton? It's a bit of a Marmite circuit, but your drivers either love it or hate it.
Yeah, I seem to love it, and it seems to not like me so much. So last year wasn't the best in terms of just reliability, but that's kind of one of the bonuses with this sort of car. You don't really get that a lot. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good weekend. We're second in the championship, I think 3 points off the Optimum car. So yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, just 2 top 5 finishes and just points. That's all we can hope for.
Sounds good. Best of luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.